I saw them like the first weekend of Mo3. It might have been a second weekend. No, I'm not sure, but I remember Farago wanted us to go him to the Mo3 movie premiere, to hold him down, you know what I mean? Also was the same weekend at a Whole Lot of Woods event, you know what I mean? That's a Whole Lot of Woods is a dude that does like boxing events and shit. So all this shit was falling on one weekend, right? So Farago was like, yo, he wanted me and like four of my niggas, you know what I mean, from New York to hold him down while we all go to the movie premiere. Mo3 had like a movie coming out or whatever. This is after Mo3 died, you know what I mean? They were giving like a movie premiere, you know what I mean? So we escorted Farago to this movie parade, right? Everybody was dressed up in suits, you know what I mean? Farago had a suit on. And everybody else that was there had a suit on and was dressed up and looking nice as shit, for the movie premiere. But me and my niggas, you know what I mean? Me and my New York niggas, we wasn't dressed up. We just had on regular clothes, Yankee fitteds. You know how it be. So, when we came through, we seen everybody there, the nigga Skull was there. Everybody had on suits. So I guess they were trying to figure out, like, yo, who are these New York niggas with these Yankee caps on coming through with Farago, who's the only one in a suit, you know what I mean? They must have felt some kind of way, but, we basically holding Farago down and shit, you know what I mean? So, come through the movie premiere, make sure he good. Basically being security. That was also the same night. You can look this up. It's the same night with all Mysterious. I guess she had some custom-made clogs, whatever you call them shits, like them plastic slipper shits. She had some custom-made ones that had like Mo3 name on it, his picture on it. She gave them to Queen, you know what I mean? Skull getting Queen. You know what I mean? That was that same movie from it. We was there and shit, thugging it out, you know what I mean? Yankee caps on, jeans and Timberlands and shit. Niggas are trying to figure out, yo, who the fuck is these New York niggas, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Then the next day, they had like, something in the park from O3. You know what I mean? That's where you can look this up too, that's where the nigga Skull had the ice cream truck and was giving free ice cream to the kids and, you know what I mean? So, we went to that, we went there too, you know what I mean? Me and my New York niggas. And, we went through there and we seen the nigga Trigger Man. Now at this point, Sean G was already locked up. So Trigger Man was there, it was just him and another dude. I think it was a dude from the dice game that night, you know what I mean? So, I went over to Trigger Man, you know what I mean? We kept it gentleman, we kept it like, on some gentleman shit. We could easily get into some gangster shit, but we kept it on some gentleman shit. Went over to him, you know what I mean? Told him, hey man, no hard feelings. I know your boy Sean G's locked up right now. It's all good, you know what I mean? It's all part of the game, you know what I mean? Whatever drama we had, you know what I mean? So I tried to, see if he wanted to get down with, with our team, you know what I mean? My team and shit. He was like, well, he said, I don't know, man. He was like, I'm a loyal nigga. He was like, he was like, but I appreciate it, you know what I mean? He was like, yo, I might think about it, you know what I mean? So we shook hands. And this is also, with that footage that, that came out on Trigger Man's live where he was kind of cracking jokes about the ice cream truck. Yeah, that was me and him, you know what I mean? It was sitting on the side, we was just laughing about the ice cream truck, cause out here in New York, we like Mr. Softy ice cream trucks, that's where you get the ice cream with sprinkles and shit. The kind of truck Skull had, that's like that cheap ice cream and shit, right? Those cheap ass icy, so we was laughing about that. And somehow that footage got out and Queen felt some kind of way, alright, cool. So, it's a whole, it's a Mo3 weekend, On Friday, we did the movie premiere and shit. Held down for Rob, make sure he's good. We went through the park, paid respects, you know what I'm saying? So, we had to go because Duke Fowl came back to the city, you know what I mean? Came back to Dallas after, going to Florida. He came back to Dallas, and he wanted to go to this little listening party because Mo3 album also was coming out. So not only that, Mo3 had a movie coming out, you know what I mean? He had an album coming out, plus they was giving something in the park that same weekend, and they were going to have a Boston event in his memory. So, linked up with Duke Fowl. We home and Duke Fowl down. We went to this little listening party where they was like playing his album and shit. There's footage of it. You can look it up. You see us holding Duke Fowl down. You know what I mean? We dug through there and shit. You know what I mean? We're just having fun, making sure everybody good, Now, Duke Fowl told me that he had a boxing match, you know what I mean, later on that day at the Whole Lot of Woods event, which was shocking to me. I'm like, damn, you getting in the ring? He was like, yeah, you like motherfuckers, they shit is sweet. So he getting in the ring. Now prior, a week or two, you know what I mean, Cam got into it with some dude online. It was probably like a month and a half before the Whole Lot of Woods events. Cam talked too much. Gets into it with some nigga online named No Face Foreign. Now, me and Cam at this point was cool because, we've been in talks about going half and half on doing this boxing shit, you know what I mean? So, Cam gets into it with this nigga Vaughn, and the nigga Vaughn, started talking shit about Cam and Cam's girl Ashley. They going back and forth. So, there was supposed to be a boxing match set up between them. But Cam, for some reasons, he didn't want to do the boxing match, so he said he was going to let his boy box Vaughn. You know what I mean? Now, I already put money down, I already betted money on Cam. But he said he backed out last minute, so I'm like, fuck. Now, 88 for some reason wanted to put money on this dude Vaughn. So, she betted me maybe $500, and I bet it 5,000, so I had 5,000 to her 500, you know what I mean? So I was putting 5,000 on Cam's fighter, and she was putting 500 on Vaughn. So I'm like, alright, cool. So all this is happening in one weekend, right? So, now mind you, prior, we already ran into Trigger Man. We cordial. We ain't friends and none of that shit, but we cordial. Showing that he locked up. So it's like all beef is put to the side right now. So, you know what I mean? So later on that night, you know what I mean, we go to the Whole Lot of Woods event. Nah, I mean, Whole Lot of Woods, you know what I mean? He wouldn't let us get in with our guns, but being that, we hired legal security that night, he let them get in, so either way we was good. You know what I mean? We had like 3 off-duty cops, you know what I mean, with us. They let us in, so we come through. Now, I already flew Nisa in because Nisa wanted to go, so I flew Nisa in. So going to the event, you got me, you got 88, you got Nisa. I had a few niggas from New York with me. And then, we was with Duke Fowl. Duke Fowl was there because Duke Fowl was boxing that night. So anyway, so when we came through, niggas is already looking like, yo, who not only who are these New York niggas coming through, flyer than a motherfucker, you know what I mean, with these Yankee fitters on, but Nisa was looking finer than a motherfucker. Nice heels, skirt, 88, you could look this up, 88 was looking fine, had a nice, skirt, heels, so we thugged him through, So you had the whole Skull gang on one area. You had Skull and Cream and Skulkit, all of them on one side. They was on one side standing up on the thing. We was on the other side standing up on the thing. So, ordered a couple bottles, you know what I mean? So we had the bottles flowing on our side and shit. So 88, she's walking around getting footage. Now mind you, the nigga Vaughn was already walking around, popping shit, hyping himself up for the fight. Cool. So Vaughn's popping shit. ADA's, over there, hyping him up because her money's on him. My money's on Cam. Cam ain't come through yet. So, couple fights going down. Charleston White there cracking jokes on the mic and shit. You know what I'm saying? So, music flowing, you know what I mean? So eventually Can come to his boy and his fighter that's fighting for the night. So, I greeted Can, shook hands. He introduced me to the fighter. It's my first time seeing a fight. I'm like, all right, homie, I was like, I got money on you, nigga, you know what I mean? Boom, boom, boom. So after, this is when Trigger Man wanted to do a bet. So I bet 5,000 against Trigger Man. So now I got 5,000 betting against 88 and 5,000 against Vaughn. I mean, not Vaughn, yeah, 5,000, against Trigger Man. So that's 10,000 right there. Cool. So I go back to where my pupils was, and like I said, we on one side of the ring, standing up on the booth thing. Skull and them on the other side, standing up on the booth. Cool. So 88's, filming. I'm seeing from a distance. 88's filming with Cam, you know what I mean? She taking selfies with Cam and hyping him up. The nigga Vaughn walks up and lights and then push Cam. They kinda get into it. So me and my peeps sat like, what the fuck? So I hopped down. Two of my boys walked with me, you know what I mean? But by the time we got over there, they kinda calmed it down. Trigger Man calmed it down, 88 calmed it down. So that's when, I get over there, I walk up to Cam, I'm like, yo, you good, my nigga? He was like, yeah, I'm good. He was like, this bitch ass nigga out there fronting. So I looked at the nigga Vaughn. He like, looking at me like he wanna swing. I'm like, Playboy. I was like, trust me. I was like, it's only gonna be one fight, and that's for your life if you throw a punch against me, my nigga. He just, just shook his head like, yeah, alright, and walked off, you know what I mean? So he walked off like, alright. And I shouldn't have did that, 'cause that must have got him real hyped for the fight. So I'm like, yo, Cam, you good? He was like, he good. So, so that's why by the time I got there, when the pushing and shoving, 88 was stopped alive for a minute. So I'm like, yo, man, Duke Fowl about to fight. So I had Platinum come through. Little homie Platinum is like my little bro. That's the one that got the song with 88. I'm like, yo, me and Platinum gotta walk, Duke Fowl out. Duke Fowl gotta fight. So I went in the back. Duke Fowl, he shadow boxing, getting ready. He know me. I'm like, yeah, Duke, I'm hyping Duke up. I'm like, yeah, Duke, yeah, we gonna do it. Yeah. So now, Platinum, he has a microphone because Platinum gonna perform one of his songs while we walk Duke Farrer out. Nah, man, cool. So we walking Duke Farrer out. No Platinum, he rapping and shit. We walking Duke Farrer out, you know me. We walk Duke Fowl to the ring. Duke Fowl get in the ring. So Duke Fowl is boxing now. The boxing match starts, boom. So they boxing. And, this was some ghetto ass shit. They had a nigga in a football jersey. Has the referee and shit like this. Shit was wild. I never seen no shit like this. So, Duke Fowl's in the ring. He boxes. Duke Fowl kind of went the distance, but I think he caught a concussion, so they had to stop the fight. And, but I give Duke props, because for Duke to get in the ring with damn near a professional fighter and hold his own like that, that was good, you know what I mean? Boom, so alright, so that was that fight. So now I'm walking through, I go back to the, to where my crew's at, so now we taking selfies and shit. We holding money, taking pictures of money kinda like paid in full back in the day, on some New York shit. So all these Texas motherfuckers is like, yo, who these motherfucking New York niggas with all these NY 50 caps on taking pictures holding money like they like, So I'm taking pictures with Nisa, I'm taking pictures with 88, you know what I mean? Holding up stacks of money, you know what I mean? Holding up bottles of liquor. So the nigga, Charleston White was like, man, y'all nigga, he was like, nigga, this ain't the strip club, nigga, what the fuck going on? Charleston White, cracking jokes, you know what I mean? Cracking jokes on this New York niggas, but it's all love, you know what I mean? I even took a couple pictures with Charleston White, you know what I mean? Cool. So now it's time for Vaughn and Cam's boy to fight. Cool, this is the money, you know what I mean? So 88's like, yeah, my boy Vaughn. I'm like, fuck that nigga. I was like, so I'm hyping up Cam's fighter. Even though I had a little bit of doubt, because, Cam bore basically like a teddy bear through. Like, I'm like, yo, this dude kind of, puzzy. This dude kind of soft, you know what I mean? Like, But I'm like, nah, I'm taking Cam's word for it because Cam know boxing. Alright, cool. So I go back on one side. So we getting hype Cam's and, the next fight, he's the next fight over. So now this nigga Skull pulls out a big clear plastic bag of money, had to been like 30,000 in it. So Skull's pulled out this big plastic bag of money. He got Queen, Muskoka, and all them and all his boys over there. He start throwing money. They blasted music, they hype, bouncing up and down, playing that Mo3 shit. This nigga Skull throwing money. Now, I was cool with it until some of the money landed our way. I'm like, I just laughed. So once I slapped my finger, I gestured for my boy to hand me, the Louis duffel bag. So that's when Nisa, looked over at me. Nisa, we gonna take a sip of her drink, but then she looked over at me like, oh boy, and she already knew. I unzipped the duffel bag. I had bricks of money in me, I had at least 95,000 plus another 20K, 10K in each pocket, plus my niggas had money. Nigga, I started throwing money back, so I started throwing that shit like a baseball, nigga, football, throwing money back on the other side, so Skull throwing his money, Skull throwing money on our side, we throwing money back, So money's just falling out the sky like snow and rain, And so the money, the floor is covered with 50s and 100s, and nigga Charleston going crazy, like nigga, he on the mic going crazy, like nigga don't throw no more motherfucking money, we can barely walk in this bitch. 88, she down on her knees grabbing all the money and shit. 88's grabbing the money. What's the chick that threw the strip-a-thon, the money Toya dang chick. She down there with them chicks on their knees, but Skull's still throwing money, and I'm throwing money. Eventually Skull runs out, cause all he had was that clear plastic bag of money. I got a whole fucking duffel bag. I'm literally throwing that shit with all my might. Like, what's up? Like, what's up, nigga? You know what I mean? So, Charleston White, like, chill with the money. So we had to chill. They had to come sweep the money up off the floor. Like it was a strip club. Mind you, we had a boxing event, nigga. You know what I mean? Independent boxing event. Cool, alright, so now Ken walking his boy out. Alright, so we hype. We like, yeah. We hype ADX down at the, ringside with her phone filming it. Motherfucking Devon nigga comes out. Boom, alright. So now the Boston match starts. You know what I mean? Boston, Vaughn and Ken's boy, Boston, that my money's on Ken boy. I got 10,000 on him. I got 5 against Trigger, 5 against 88. Boston. Somehow the Vaughn nigga trips. You know what I mean? From a distance, I thought it was a knockdown, but now he tripped as I later went and seen the footage. Boom. Alright, boom. First round. Second round, this nigga Vaughn knocked motherfucking Canboy out. Canboy didn't get up in time and he lost the fight. I was so motherfucking I'm like, fuck, man. Yeah, I was tight, you know what I'm saying? Skull and them niggas was laughing at us, you know what I mean? Cause it's like, damn, he was like, nigga. I'm like, shit. So, if you go back and look up this footage on YouTube, you see Cam had to pay money to 88 and pay money to Trigger. When she tried to put the camera in me, I put my hand out. I'm like, man, don't get me on camera. That's why I wasn't on camera, but I had to pay Trigger Man 5K. And I had to give 88 5K. I was tight. So now, you know what I mean? I'm walking around with my boys. The nigga Skull hopped down. So we kind of crossed paths. So now, it's a standoff now, you know what I mean? He said something slick, so I'm like, what's up, nigga? So we saw that. So Duke Fowl is behind me. So the nigga, Skull said to Duke, he was like, yo, man, he was like, these niggas ain't from Texas at the end of the day, fam. You shouldn't be rolling with these niggas. And Duke laughed and said, Skull, you ain't even from Texas. You from Garland or some shit like that. And so me and my niggas, we laughed. So he's like, yeah. He was like, yeah. So, it's like a standoff. So we arguing and shit. I'm like, so what's up, nigga? So me and Skull arguing. We face to face. I'm like, what's up, nigga? I was like, poke ass, nigga, bitch ass, nigga. He's like, hey, he was like, fuck, he was like, New York ass, nigga. He was like, what's up, nigga? He was like, you think you're the only one getting money, nigga? What's up? So we going back and forth. So people are standing in, but boy Woods come over with the Don King way. With the Don King way. He like, nah, man, don't mess up my event, man. He like, please don't mess up my event. So he's getting in between us. I'm like, yeah, alright, so what's up? I'm like, so I was like, so I told my niggas back up, you know what I mean? I'm like, chill. So, Woods is squashing it, but me and this nigga Skull looking eye to eye like, yeah, nigga, you know what I'm saying? So Cream is standing there, we're watching this, you know what I mean? Cream is the one that looked like the chick from Players Club that had the fight with Diamond in the locker room at the end. Blonde hair, light-skinned, fat ass, that's how Cream looked. So I'm like, alright, so one of my niggas tried to holler at Cream in front of Skull. So that really pissed them off, so now that starts like damn near a shoving match. Be like, what's up, nigga? You know what I mean? So, but, they really couldn't, like, try that whole Texas shit against New York shit, because we had Texas niggas with us, because not only we working for Farrago, who's like a major player in the city, we got Duke Farrell down with us, and a whole bunch of other Texas niggas down with us, so it was like, they couldn't, but me and my New York niggas, we still like, what's up, nigga? So now, they squashed it. It's the end of the event, so now, everybody's in the parking lot. Skull with his crew and Cream and Skoka and all them, they over there with old boy, that I don't rock with no more, the nigga Buddy Lee or whatever, he filming them. So, somehow, we made our way over there. And something happened to where Cream, I think, passed our part of the parking lot. Her ass got grabbed. So now she mad because somebody from my crew grabbed her ass. I don't know who grabbed it, you know what I mean? I just know it was a big soft ass, felt like, you know what I'm saying? So her ass got grabbed, so she turned around like, yo, what are these niggas grabbing my motherfucking ass? You know what I mean? That started an argument. So she said something about, yo, these motherfucking bitch ass niggas grabbed my ass. So I pulled out some money, right? I took like $400. I wrote my number on all $100 bills, and I tossed it at her. I said, yeah. I said, when you ready to fuck with a real nigga, holler at me, you know what I'm saying? And then that's when the Skull nigga came. Then that's when it was like a standoff. We were about to do it there, the parking lot, till we heard boop, boop, boop. You know what I mean? The police, So it was like, alright. So Skull was like, you lucky nigga. I'm like, you fucking lucky nigga, you know what I mean? So that was the end of the event, you know what I mean? But that was a crazy weekend. The Mo3 Weekend, you know what I mean? You didn't know from the movie premiere to, the shit that happened in the park to the whole lot of Woods event. That whole shit was crazy, but, you know what I mean? It's no hard feelings, man. Shout out to Cream and Sko and them, you know what I mean? But, it's Duke Farrell and SD, we on the other side and, we gonna continue to hold it down, man. You know what I mean?